So good evening everyone. Today is your problem solving session 5 for the course Fundamentals of Spectroscopy. So in this week you have studied about the vibrational spectroscopy. So what do you mean by vibrational spectroscopy and how can you obtain a infrared spectrum? So whenever we are talking about the vibration spectroscopy we deal with the infrared region. So as the vibration energy of a molecule corresponds to a infrared frequency and the interaction of the infrared radiation with the molecular vibrations gives us the infrared spectrum. So when we are talking about the vibration spectroscopy, we are talking about the infrared region of the electromagnetic radiation. Now as we know, a molecule in its ground state have three energy levels. It can be electronic, vibrational and rotation energy levels. So if we particularly talk about this infrared region, that is the IR region, in this the absorption occur due to the change in the vibrational as well as the rotational levels. So basically when an electron absorbs lesser energy, then the rotational transition took place. And then the spectra is called as a rotational spectrum, which is observed in case of far IR region. So, and when the electrons absorbs a higher energy, then the vibrational transition takes place. So, when electron will absorb lower energy, then rotational spectrum we will obtain because of the rotation transition. And when electron absorbs higher energy, then we obtain the vibrational spectrum. So here the electronic transitions generally takes place in high energy and are not seen in the IR region. Now in the IR region we have divided IR into three parts: near IR, middle IR and far IR. So for near IR the range is 0.8 micron to 2.5 micron, and for the middle IR it is 2.5 micron to 50 micron, and for the far IR it is 15 micron to 200 micron. So this is your wavelength and this is a wave number. So how can you obtain the wave number? Wave number is just inverse of wavelength. So if we just calculate for this, then zero point 0.8 micron, then the wave number corresponding will be 12,500 to 4,000 centimeter inverse for the near IR, 4,000 to 650 centimeter inverse for the middle IR, and 650 to 50 centimeter inverse for the far IR. And now if we just see about the type of stretching in case of the IR, then we know that the type of stretching are of two types. It can be either symmetric stretching, that is a stretching, and a bending. Like two type of stretch we got. I will just erase this maybe. So let us look the type. So it is either two type of stretching we obtain. One is stretching and one is bending. And when in stretching we obtain symmetric stretching or anti-symmetric stretching. Symmetric stretching means in the same direction, anti-symmetric means in a different direction. And for the bending vibrations, there are four type of bending vibrations: scissoring, rocking, twisting, and waking. So what are the difference in this type of bending vibrations? So if we just simply talk about the stretching and bending, stretching vibrations are those in which the distance between the two atoms will either increase or it will decrease, but the atom will remain in the same position, same bond axis. And what happens in bending? Bending is that the position of the atom will also change. So we learn about the two type of vibrations: stretching, bending. In stretching, the distance between two atoms will either increase or decrease, but the position will be same. In case of bending, the position of atom will change. Now further bending is into four parts: scissoring, rocking, twisting, and waking. So what will happen scissoring? If we just look at this diagram, in case of scissoring, these two atoms are approaching towards each other. Means two atoms are approaching each other. Now, what is rocking? In the rocking, if you just see the movement of the movement of the atom is in the one direction only. Movement of atom is in same direction. Now if we just see the in case of twisting. So in case of twisting, we see one atom moves up the plane and other move down the plane. While in case of the fourth bending vibration, waking, if you just see this example, in case of waking, both the atoms move in the same plane. Either it will move up or it will move up or down, vice versa, but in the same. So now we will solve some questions related to vibration spectroscopy. So first question is calculate the wave number of stretching vibration of a carbon-carbon double bond. So we have to calculate the wave number of carbon-carbon double bond, and force constant is given. It is 10 into 10 raised to power 5 times centimeter inverse. So basically we know that wave number is equals to 1 divided by 2 pi c root k by mu, and where mu is your reduced mass and k is your force constant. So you know how can we calculate mu? It is m1 into m2 divided by m1 plus m2. So as they both are carbon, so the mass of one carbon atom is 12. So now it will be coming out to be 6 AMU. Now we have to convert this AMU into kg. So how we will convert, or so now we will convert it into gram. So for the gram, we can just simply divide by Avogadro number. So it will be 9.97 into 10 raised to the minus 24 gram. Now we know the value of reduced mass and force constant is given, so we can easily calculate the value of wave number. So it will be 2 into pi, that is 3.14, c, that is 3 into 10 raised to power 10 centimeter per second, k, it is given 10 into 10 raised to power 5 9 centimeter inverse, and what is reduced mass, it is 9.97 into 10 raised to power minus 24 gram. Is it clear? Then we can simply calculate, and the value will, after solving it, will come out 0.680 into 10 raised to power 4 centimeter inverse. And now if we just see, we can simply write it here also as 1680 centimeter inverse. So this will be the value of your wave number. So now let's solve the next question. The reduced mass of a diatomic molecule is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 26 kg, and the vibration frequency is 2900 centimeter inverse. So we have to calculate the value of force constant. So we have to calculate K. Reduced mass is given to be 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 26 kg. Frequency is given 2900 centimeter inverse. So we will use the same formula. Mu equals to 1 upon 2 pi c underscore under root k by mu. So it will be, now we have to calculate the force constant, so we can simply write this formula as k equals to, just divide both by square, so it will be 4 pi square c square mu into wave number whole square. So now just put the values. This is the value of your, just a second, square c square into this. And now it is in centimeter inverse, so we just convert it into meter. So we can simply add 10 raised to by 2. We just multiply by 100. So after solving it, the value will be 7476.4 Nm inverse. This is the value of K. Now let's solve the next question. Now here you have been given the force constant. For carbon monoxide, it is 1840 nm inverse. Calculate the vibration frequency in centimeter inverse given atomic masses are. So atomic mass of carbon, it is 19.9 into 10 minus 27 kg, while mass of oxygen, it is 26.6 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. Now we have to calculate the frequency, vibration frequency in centimeter inverse. So we know the formula. So for here we have to calculate the value of reduced mass. So it will be mass of carbon multiplied by mass of oxygen divided by mass of carbon plus mass of oxygen. So it will be 19.9 into 10 minus 27 kg multiplied by 26.6 into 10 minus 27 kg divided by 19.9 into 10 minus 27 plus 26.6 into 10 to minus 27 kg. And after solving it, it will come out to 1.138 into 10 minus 26 kg. So now we can calculate the value of the vibration frequency by substituting the value of reduced mass and force constant. Okay, is given to be 1840. Reduced mass is 1.138 into 10 minus 26 kg. So after solving it, what will the value? It will be 2132 centimeter inverse. Now let's solve another question. Now force constant is given to 880 and m minus 1. At what wave number is the fundamental mu 0 to 1 vibrational absorption expected? So simply we can calculate by 2 pi c k by mu, and mu we have to calculate for hf. So it will be 1 into 2 into 3.14. C we know 3 into 10 to the 8. K it is given to be 880. Now we have to calculate the reduced mass. Reduced mass we can simply directly calculate here itself. It will be 1 plus 19 into 1 multiplied by 19 to 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. So after solving it, the answer will be 3960.7 centimeter inverse. Now we will solve next question. A vibrational spectrum shows the fundamental and the first overtone at 2559.08 centimeter inverse and 5027.54 centimeter inverse. We have to calculate the enharmonicity constant for the molecule, and these values are given. So basically For the fundamental absorption, it is given 2559.08 centimeter inverse, or we can simply equate it to, now the energy, it's one minus 2 Xc. What is Xc? Xc is your enharmonicity constant. This one. Another for the first overtone. Now here it is for 0, it is for 220. So for here it is 2. We can simply write as 1 minus 3 Xe. And this value we know it is 5027.54 centimeter inverse. Now simply equate this mu E 1 minus 2 Xe divided by 2 mu E 1 minus 3 Xe. It will be equal to 2559.08 divided by 5027.54, both are in centimeter inverse. So after solving it, it will be 1 minus 2 Xe divided by 1 minus 3 Xe, which will be equal to 1.018. Now simply we have to calculate the Xe value now. So 1 minus 2 Xe will be equal to 1.018 multiplied by 1 minus 3 Xe. So it will be 1 minus 2 Xe equals to 1.018 multiply will be minus 3.054 Xe. So after solving, what is the value of Xe? It will be 0.0171. Next, using harmonic oscillator model, calculate the 0-point vibration energy of HCl given the force constant is this. So the force constant is 516 Nm inverse. 0-point vibration energy we have to calculate. So we know that 0-point energy is equals to half of mu centimeter inverse. So for this we should know the value of this wave number, and so for we have to calculate for the HCl. So before that we will calculate the value of reduced mass for HCl. So it will be mu of hydrogen multiply mu of Cl plus mass of hydrogen multiply by mass of chlorine plus mass of hydrogen plus mass of chlorine. So it will be 1 into 35.5 divided by 1 plus 35.5. So after solving it, it will be 1.614 into 10 minus 27 kg. And then we just substitute this value. So it will be mu 1.2 into 3.14 into 3 into 10 raised to power 8 K value we will put as 516 and then inverse divided by mu value is 1.614, 10 minus 27 kg. So it will be 2.97 into 10 raised to power 5 centimeter inverse. Now this value we know. Now we will substitute this value here to calculate the 0 point energy. The 0 point energy will be half of 2.97 into 10 raised to power 5. So it will come out to be 1487. Now we have another question, that is the force constant for an NO molecule, it is 1595 N by meter. Calculate the reduced mass, the spacing between the consecutive levels using a simple harmonic oscillator model. So the force constant is given to be for NO, it is 1595. We have to calculate the value of reduced mass. So reduced mass will be mass of nitrogen multiplied by mass of oxygen plus mass of nitrogen plus mass of oxygen, and both the masses are given. It is 14.004 multiplied by 15.994 divided by 14.004 plus 15.994. Now this will be in AMU. So to convert AMU into kg, we will just multiply by 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 27. So after solving it, what will be the answer? It will be 1.236 in 239 into 10 minus 26 kg. Now you have calculated the value of reduced mass. Now you have to calculate the spacing between the consecutive levels. And what is spacing? We denote by wave number. It is 1 upon 2 pi. Same formula we will use. So 1 into 1 by divided by 2 into 3.14, and C is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And what's K? It is given 1595, and mu is 1.23 into 10 raised to power minus 26. So after solving it, the value will be 1903.46 centimeter inverse. Now we will solve another question, that is the force constant of CO is 1840, and we have to calculate the oscillation frequency and the wave number. These two we have to calculate out. So we know this formula, K equals to 1 upon 2 pi C K by mu. You can see is equals to 1 upon 2 pi C K by mu. And for this, as K is known, so we have to calculate the reduced mass. So for the reduced mass of CO, it will be equal to the mass of C multiplied by mass of oxygen divided by mass of C plus mass of oxygen. So as the masses are given, so it will be 12 multiplied by 15.994 divided by 12 plus 15.994, and these masses are in AMU, so we will convert into kg by multiplying by 1.66 into 10 minus 27. So after solving it, what will be the value of mu CO, reduced mass? So reduced mass will be 1.13 into 10 raised to minus 26 kg. Now we will calculate the value of the frequency. It will be 1 upon 2 pi k by mu. So it will be 1 into 2.3, 2 into 3.4 into 10 raised to 8 divided by k is 1840. Mu is 1.13 into 10 raised to minus 26, and after solving it, it will be 6.3996 into 10 raised to 13 hertz. Now this we have calculated the frequency. Now for the wave number, we will just simply divide the frequency by c, the speed of light, that is, then after solving it, the value will be 2134 centimeter inverse. Now let's solve some other questions related to vibration spectroscopy. So the following characteristics absorption peaks have been observed in the infrared spectrum of an organic compound having formula C2H6O. So this formula is given C2H6O. So there is a strong beta 3300 centimeter inverse. One band is at 2965 centimeter inverse. Another band is at 2920, and one band is at 1050 centimeter inverse. So what will be the name of the compound? So for the 3300, we know a strong band, it corresponds for the alcohols. Like in case of alcohol, we got OH stretch for the OH stretch. Now 2965 centimeter inverse we got for CH stretch. And where we can get CH stretch, like if we just see it in case of alkane CH stretch. Another 2920 is also for the CH stretch, and 1050 is for CO stretch. And this we see generally in alcohol or ether. And if we just compare these three results from C2H6O, we can simply see that the molecule is ethanol. It is C2H5OH. One OH, one CO bond, and CH stretch. These three. Now another question: how will you differentiate the following pair using IR spectra? Aniline and methyl aniline. Aniline is this benzene with amine, and methyl aniline acetaldehyde from ethanol. So how we will differentiate using IR? We know IR tells about the functional group. Now in the first case both are amine. How will differentiate aniline and methyl aniline? So now if you just see, this is aniline. So for the aniline, the NS stretch will be at about 3400 centimeter inverse. While if we just see the stretch for the N-methyl aniline, that is one hydrogen is replaced by the methyl group. Then now the stretch will be about 3450 centimeter inverse. Another is acetaldehyde from ethanol. So aldehyde is CH3CHO, acetaldehyde, and ethanol is C2H5OH. Ethanol you already have know in the above question. So in case of aldehyde, where this carbonyl stretch comes, it comes out to be 1730. And if we just see the OH group in ethanol, we already studied, it comes out to be 3300 centimeter inverse to 3600. So now let's solve some other question. Now these were the questions that were asked in the assignment. So for the first question, what is the approximate range in nanometers corresponding to the mid-IR region? 1 to 1000 nanometer, 1000 to 3000 nanometer, 3000 to 8000 nanometers, or all the above. So we already discussed, like from the first slide, that for the mid IR the range is 2.5 micron to 50 micron. So we just compare. So we know 1 micron. If we just convert this into nanometers, so it will be 3000 to 8000 nanometer. Now next question, what will be the change in frequency of a chemical bond if the reduced mass of atoms along the bond is increased? So if reduced mass is increased, what will the frequency? We know how is frequency related to reduced mass? Frequency is equals to 1 upon 2 pi c on root k by mu, and frequency is inversely proportional to reduced mass. So if reduced mass will increase, then frequency will decrease. The answer will frequency will decrease. Another question, according to specific selection rule, what must the change in vibrational quantum number to allow a transition to occur? 0, plus minus 2, plus minus 5, or plus minus 1. So the correct answer will be plus minus 1. Next, homonuclear diatomic molecules do not exhibit an IR spectrum. Homonuclear means like H2, N2, O2. Why they are IR inactive? Because the reduced mass is half the mass of individual atom, their vibrational quantum number is 0, their dipole moment is 0, or all the above. Why? Because in case of homoatomic molecules, the dipole moment is 0. Therefore, they are IR inactive. And we know for IR, the molecule should have a change in dipole moment for a molecule to be IR active. Now, next question. Out of the following, which vibrational transition is allowed? 0 to 1, 0 to 2, both A and B, or none of the above? The correct answer will be 0 to 1. Now, next question. The intensities of the hot bands are very much smaller than the fundamental band. What is the reason? So, what is the reason for this question? Energy gap between higher vibration level is less. The population in higher vibration level is comparable, smaller to fundamental level, their overtones. Let us study what are hot bands. So basically hot bands, they arise from the transition from the already excited vibrational state, that is from mu1 to 2, not from 0, 1 to 0, from the already excited state. And we know, according to the Boltzmann distribution, if a molecule lies in a higher vibrational level, the population is smaller than the, we compare with the ground. The population of higher vibration level is smaller than the fundamental level. That's why the intensities of the hot bands are smaller, according to the Boltzmann distribution. Now let's see another example. As we move higher the vibrational energies for a particular bond, what that the energy becomes? Closer when the vibration increases, closer because the anharmonicity increases, farther as harmonicity increases, farther as bond vibration decrease. So we know for an anharmonic oscillator, we give energy by 1 plus mu plus half h mu minus mu plus half whole square h mu. Xc h mu. Xc is your anharmonicity constant. And if we just see now, if so when we move to a higher vibration energy level, then this value, that is V, will increase. So this complete value will be much more significant, therefore reducing the energy levels. Now the energy level will be closer. Why? Because the anharmonicity will increase. Next, due to anharmonicity, the transitions of where delta V is greater than plus minus 1 are allowed and very much weaker than the fundamental transition. These bands in the higher region arise from the delta V that is greater than plus minus 1 are known as overtones. Next, the steepness inside where R is greater than R equilibrium, R is less than R equilibrium, and shallowness in the side where R is greater than R equilibrium. In the shape of potential for a particular chemical bond is caused by overtones, energy change, and harmonicity all the above. So the steepness we observed in case of the when bond is compressed because their strong repulsive forces are there, and this we know the steepness, the shallowness we obtain in case of when the bond is stretched. Why? Because eventually the bond will break, which will lead to the shallower increase. Therefore, it is caused by the anharmonicity. So that's all for today. हेलो। हाँ जयवंत। मेरे को शिखा ने बोला कि 150 मतलब 100 की होती है वो। कोई ना। नहीं नहीं, वापस मत करियो, वो तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बाद में हो जाएगा। क्या? पागल हो गया तू, सच्ची बता रही हूँ। पागल हो गया मैं सच्ची। ठीक है।